Hello, welcome. My name is Renee Poindexter. I am the chair of the SelfDesign Foundation, and we oversee the SelfDesign Graduate Institute. And today I have the great pleasure of introducing to you Sarah Wilson, who is one of our learners. She's in her second year with the SelfDesign Graduate Institute, and she's coming to us today from Bennington, Vermont. Welcome, Sarah.
Thank you. It's good to be here. Thanks for having me, Renee.
That's wonderful. Well, I'd like people to, could you tell us a little bit about your background, like a little bit about your journey? Because I'm not sure you're one of our younger learners. So just tell us a little bit about your background that's brought you up to now.
Totally. So I'm 24, so I am pretty young to be in grad school, but it's definitely the right place for me right now. So I went to public school, the normal public school in my town, kindergarten through junior year of high school. So for a really long time, for too long, because I never felt like I fit in. I never felt like I was really learning. Information would go in one ear and out the other, and it just never felt like a right fit for me. I knew that I was smarter than the people around me were telling me I was. And I also knew that I was really passionate and interested in learning about other subjects that just weren't available in the public school curriculum. So I never felt like I fit in. I never felt like this was the right place for me. And it wasn't until my senior year of high school that I transferred to a place called the New School in Kennebunk, Maine, which was a democratic high school, meaning that the students had as much autonomy and power as everyone else, as the teachers, as the board, as the parents. So it was a collaboration. The school was run by everyone. It wasn't top down. It was grassroots bottom up. And before then, I never knew that education could be fun. I thought that school was supposed to be a chore, that you just have to do it, and then when you're 18, you get to leave and finally do what you actually want to do with your life. I never knew that you could just have fun at school.
Okay. And that's really a good, summary, because when you took a look around to see what you wanted to do for your master's, maybe you could tell a little bit about what prepared you to notice the SelfDesign Graduate Institute, and you said yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the New School was like a perfect precursor for SelfDesign Graduate Institute, because you actually did get to design your own education. And then in undergrad, I thought I also was going to go to a cool school. I thought I also was going to go to a school where you design your own education. And in some ways, I definitely got to. It was a liberal arts school, and I did get to study what I wanted. But it was still a school where you go to class, you sit in a desk, you listen to a teacher say things, you write essays, you do research and hand in projects, even if you don't really want to do them. And in my last year of undergrad, I knew that as a music student, I wanted to be a music teacher. I had always been interested in people making music, not being a rock star by myself. So I knew I wanted to pursue teaching, and I looked for grad school programs that I felt authentic, felt like I could actually fit there, that I would learn. And I found SelfDesign Graduate Institute, and it changed my life. It's 1,000 times better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was just going to, become a music teacher.
Wow.
Now I've realized I'm going to be much more than that. Yeah.
Amazing. Well, what would you say has been most rewarding so far? You're in your second year with the SelfDesign Graduate Institute. So what's been most rewarding?
Yeah, I guess the people, obviously, are the most rewarding. It's so refreshing to be around people who are open-minded, open-hearted, actually think holistically, and are committed to helping people rather than saying what they believe about the world. They're committed to helping people discover for themselves what they're passionate about, rather than a top-down approach saying, this is what you have to learn.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's a lot of freedom in that. So like you said, you thought at first you want to be a music teacher, and music is still an important piece. But in your designing, you're self-designing your program, choosing faculty and courses and so forth. And it's so much more than that for you. It's like music and more. So how does this relate, do you say, your learning experience with SelfDesign Graduate Institute, how does it relate to who you are and where you're going with your life? It seemed like you have more of a destination in mind now than you had before.
Yeah. I would say that before I started the program, I had maybe a destination in mind that wasn't actually what I wanted. It was what I thought I wanted. But now I realize I want to be so much more than that, because now I'm able to see living my life in a non-linear way. I think before I was still inculcated by the public education system to think in like a very straight way, you know, like A, B, C. Now I'm able to understand that life is a much longer, more winding journey, and to enjoy that. So I would say that self-design, it let me see the truth. It let me see into the true nature of reality, like how things actually are. And because of that, it's able to, it's helped me see how I actually am and how I want to be, rather than the expectations other people placed on me.
Okay, so this authentic experience is really authentic, is what we share. So just in general, for the people that are watching this interview right now, they're maybe questioning like, well, would self-design be right for me? How would you guide them? What would you suggest that they do to discover if this is right for them?
Right, yeah, excellent question. Because yeah, when I started, I didn't know if this was right for me. You know, I didn't know anything about self-design. And now a year later, I know it's one of the best decisions of my life. I never could have known like how joyful learning could be, and how passionate you could be about your education, you know, how fun it could be to be in this inchoate phase of your life where you're just starting your master's degree. I would say that self-design is right for everyone, but it's right for everyone if they know that it's right for them. It's right for you if you know that you're a person who wants to learn and you're not going to let anyone stop you.
That's great. And then you get to design it. In other words, with your inquiries, with your questions, choose your faculty, choose the course. There's just some basic courses you need to take, but after you get grounded in that, you go, right? What do I create? So let's see, you're in your second year. What are you looking forward to? We're going to close this interview, Sarah, so I just want you to share what you're most excited about as you look into 2017.
Yeah, I think 2017 is going to be a great year. At the beginning of self-design, there are some required classes that you take, but they're so amazing that it doesn't even feel like required classes. It's like required fun. And so for 2017, I'm really excited to use the knowledge that I've learned over the past year of self-design into formulating my thesis project. And what I'm really most excited about is I know that at self-design, I don't need to just write a paper that I'll never look at again. I'm going to be able to create a project that's actually meaningful for me and is going to be able to contribute positively to the world.
Wow. Wow. Who could ask for more?
Who could ask for more?
I know. Well, thank you very much, Sarah. I look forward to hearing more about your journey. And for those of you that are listening, tuning in, check out the rest of this website. And if you have any questions at all, let us know. We'd love to interview you and see if this is the right path for you. Thanks again, Sarah. Have a great day.
Thank you, Renee.